Welcome back to the B&B Kindness channel, everybody. I'm so excited that I have another amazing guest here today. And may I introduce Priya, my friend Priya, who happens to be an attorney, just like Bridget. And we are both Canadian. High five that. Priya went to University of British Columbia and studied corporate law.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm meeting Priya for the first time today, but I've heard a lot about you from Vishali. So tell me about the work you've been doing pro bono. And for anybody watching who doesn't know what pro bono is, maybe start with the definition of that.
So what we do in terms of for volunteer work in our spare time is assist those that are in need. And so I'm working with Casa Cornelius, which is a nonprofit organization, immigrants that are coming into the country that need representation, whether it's human rights violations, whether it's trying to file asylum applications, and just assist them along the process of them immigrating to the United States.
Now, how long have you been doing this? Because right now it's a pretty hot topic.
Yeah, I'm more aware about this organization this past summer, obviously because of the crisis that we're experiencing here in our own backyard at the San Ysidro border. And from there, I just started donating some funds, and I just didn't feel I was doing enough and wanted to do more. So then I actually actively got involved this past fall.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what made you want to do, like what sparked you to do that above, taking care of your family? You obviously have a busy career. Like what made you do it?
I think I just wasn't fulfilled. Like I had these two wonderful kids. There was this crisis that was happening in our back. Just the way this administration was going, I felt I needed to do something and make more of a physical impact. I just kind of felt empty, as much as I was working and I had a great base for my friends. I had everything that you could possibly imagine, but I wasn't living like a meaningful life.
Yeah.
And I remember something that like Ruth Bader Ginsburg said one time, and she's obviously everyone's really focused on her on the Supreme Court right now. She's a Supreme Court justice. She's one of the people that are on more of have democratic policies on the Supreme Court. And she said something about how to be a true professional, you have to kind of look outside yourself, and you have to start looking and focusing on the tears of the community and repairing that, and helping people that are less fortunate and can't help themselves. And that kind of rang through to me, in the sense that I needed to do more than just sit, behind a computer and just click on the funds to donate. I wanted to make an impact.
That's amazing. That's powerful.
What fears did you have? Because you're a corporate lawyer.
Yeah.
And that's very different from the work you do.
Right. I mean, I represent the wealthy, like uber, not the rich, just uber wealthy that, hundreds of millions of dollars all the time. And, if I make a mistake here and there, which I don't, but if I do, it's not it won't be an astronomical effect on them. But my fear is to do something wrong or not know enough about immigration law, which I don't. I'm learning, because obviously I'm doing this on my spare time, so I'm learning as I'm going along. But to go in there and do something that impacts this person's life. I mean, where they're going to live, if they get to see their children again, are they going to remain detained, or they're going to go back to the country where they're being persecuted? It's not just an inconsequential effect. It could be life-changing.
Yeah.
So you really have to throw yourself out there and
it's another job.
Through.
Yeah. It's another job. It's absolutely, you get immersed into it, and but it's so rewarding.
Oh, that's amazing. So you have little kids.
Yes, I have a 3 and a 4-year-old.
Oh, wow. Okay. Do you talk to them about it?
Yes, actually the first person we represented, they met her. Oh, she was a 17 or 18-year-old Guatemalan girl, and I actually brought her back. I brought her into the house, and she never saw the beach, so we took her to Coronado, just her and my kids.
Powerful.
And they asked me about her, like, why is she here, Mommy? Why hasn't she ever seen the beach? And so we had to kind of explain to them in simple terms, that they're privileged, and they what we have right in front of their eyes, they shouldn't be taking for granted, So, I mean, obviously I don't explain like she was detained and she came here and when she was escaping. She came from a country where she didn't have food or shelter, and Her parents aren't here with her, and she, we have to
Yeah.
help those that are less fortunate than us.
Well, I just feel so fortunate to be able to talk to you about this because not everybody does that with their time, right? What we have is so much time in life, yet so little time, and not everybody does that with your time. So thank you for what you're doing.
Oh, of course.
And how can people get involved in helping you and this organization? Can you tell us the name of the organization?
Yeah, it's Casa Cornelius, www.casa.
Link below.
Yeah, they could use funds. Obviously, they need money to pay for the lawyers that are there, and then for the office, and also for those to train lawyers like me, how to file the asylum applications and assist these people. Besides funds, they need interpreters. So if you speak Spanish or French or Russian, there's people from all over the world that are coming, not just from Guatemala or Nicaragua or even Mexico, but they're from all over the world, and they could always use interpreters. And also they connect with other outreach programs in the community to help these families that are here that are in need. So even donation of physical goods, gently used items, toys, books in Spanish, just all sorts of things.
So Priya, you're saying that a year ago,
Yeah.
you did not have this in your life.
No.
And I bet you thought you were super busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
And so what do you find that you've shifted around or that you're doing differently now to try to fit this work in? Because I think all of us would like to do more.
Right.
But it's easy to tell ourselves we just don't have time.
Right. And so when I chose to do this, my husband said to me, Priya, you work 50 plus hours a week easily. We have 2 small children. This is going to detract from our family. And I said to him, but I have no choice, right? This is like a must. And so it's like how I said it to him was like, well, I can sleep for an hour less. I can miss 1 happy hour with the girls. I can, the kids will be fine for me not seeing me for a week if I have to. They'll be fine because these kids and these people don't sleep and they don't eat. They don't have happy hour in their lives. And so what we are so comfortable with, we have to be outside ourselves, and we have to be uncomfortable for a bit to make a change.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
So wise.
To make a change, you have to be uncomfortable for a
Yeah,
while.
you have to be. You can't be living in the confines of of our homes and saying, "Oh, okay, yeah, let's see the world change," and then go off to to our parties or to whatever. We have to sit there, and I truly believe whatever way you feel comfortable doing, but to be slightly uncomfortable, just to kind of make that kind of kinetic change. I think. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Kindness in Action, V&B Kindness Project. Please like and subscribe below. And wow, that was like so awesome. Thank you so
really
much.
inspired.
Thank you.
It's amazing. Thank you so much for
Thank you
sharing
for
your
having
time
me.
with us
Thank you.
today.
Thank
and
you.
what a great thing, and what a great human. So
Thank you.
yeah, Canadians rock.